Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Oliver Shillito, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at the UBDSP Grit Blender. Just want to give a big shout out to Ben at UBDSP for reaching out and sending me over a copy of the plugin for the purposes of review. What does the plugin do? Think of it like a bunch of different saturation units and you can blend them all together. Does what it says on the tin, right? It's a grit blender. You've got like 12 different types of saturation and you can blend them in any way you see fit. And it's got a bunch of other features. Now, who is it for? For anyone, really. Is it nicer sounding than some of the other options out there? Decapitator, etc. It's comparable. Definitely comparable. I still use Decapitator quite a lot because I'm used to it, it's reliable, and I know what to expect out of it. That being said, Grit Blender has been making more and more of an introduction in my sessions recently. We're going to dive into Pro Tools and I'm going to show you exactly what Grit Blender can do and what is on offer. Alright, we are in Pro Tools and today we're working on a track called Begging You to Stay by Jimmy Page. So, let's have a quick listen to the track and then we'll see where we can put Grit Blender in. Alright, cool. So, we've got a good sounding track. Here is what the plugin looks like. So, first things first, you've got three-way mode, which gives you tape, tube, transistor, but you can actually change these to anything you want. Asymmetric, fuzz, digital, ribbon, rectifier, many different options. And you can change all three of those independently, and then you can blend them in exactly the way you want. And it'll give you percentages here based on how much of each one there is. Or you can go 12-way, and 12-way is going to allow you to blend all 12 types of distortion in varying amounts. Or you've got dual stage, which allows you to do the three-way twice, which is wild. Now, coming down to the bottom, you've got loudness match, which is always good. And that means that when you add more distortion, it isn't going to get exponentially louder, which is great. Essentially, consider that as gain matching, which is kind of what you want. There's an analog button, punch, smooth, and under advanced, you've got this. Now, this is really cool. This allows you to do a low crossover point, so if you don't know affect low frequencies, or high crossover. So you could just distort mid-range if you want, or you could just distort top end, or just distort bottom end if you want, and anything in between. That is really handy. And then you've got oversampling, and you've also got mid-side or left-right, depending on stereo, if you're in a stereo track. We're on a mono here. So let's go three-way. And what presets have we got? We've got absolutely all sorts going on. So special effects, you've got lo-fi digital, or there's blend. There's a few different presets. Vocal polish, interesting. Let's see how that sounds like. I don't know if you can hear that there. Turn the speakers up a little bit, but when you put analog on, hear that? You get hiss. So I tend to have analog off because I want it to be nice and clean sounding.
Too wrapped up in my own shit to see all my mistakes. With your heart I have never given, all I've done is take. February conversations, looking to escape. Spend more time on the TV stations, asking about your day. But honey, I don't like when you do. Get close, but you get close, I'll just push you away. But honey, I know now when you're leaving, and when you're leaving me, and I'm begging you to stay. Wraps up in my own shit to see all my mistakes. With your heart I have never given, all I've done is take. February conversations, looking to escape. Spend more time on the TV stations than asking about your day. But honey, I I know you get close, but you get close, I'll just push you away. But honey, I know now when you're leaving, and when you're leaving me, and I'm begging you to stay, begging you to stay.
That's really nice, actually. That is really, really nice. Nice things. And I love this graphic as well. Super cool. And the graphic will obviously get more and more intense the more you blend in. That's really cool. Love that touch. This sounds fantastic.
Too wrapped up in my own shit to see all my mistakes. With your heart I have never given, all I've done is take. February conversations, looking to escape. Spend more time on the TV stations, asking about your day.
Yep, do you know what? That's staying on there. Love that. Absolutely love what that's doing. Fantastic. Let's try it on a little bit of bass and see how we go. So, at the moment, the bass tone. Let's find a place where we've got a bit of bass. So on the bass DI, we've actually got a blend going on here. So we've got an Ampeg SVT Classic amp that doesn't really have any distortion on it. And then we've also got a DI that's got the dark glass plugin on. So that sounds like a great place to put Grit Blender. Does a great job on bass as well. Does a really good job on bass. All right, so that was Grit Blender by UBDSP. Once again, thanks to the guys over at UB for sending this plugin out for me. And if you want to have a copy yourself or look at a trial, head down to the link in the description and go and grab it and get to work and start smashing stuff up with distortion, like the good Lord intended. Thanks for joining me today, and until we meet again, take it easy.